So we're gonna go over how to use an AED in this video. First thing you want to do is just check the scenes, check if it's safe, and check out the patient. First thing we're gonna do is just try to see if the victim is conscious or not. So we're just gonna shake them. Hey, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Looks like nothing. Second thing we're gonna do, just check the pulse. Obviously, in the situation, we're going to assume the pulse is not there, so this is an emergency situation in which we have to use an AED. Blood is currently not being pumped through his body, so it's an emergency. So an AED is the best thing to use for this. Next thing we're going to do is have somebody grab an AED and have someone call 911. And as soon as you grab the AED, immediately, first thing you're going to do is immediately begin chest compressions. So we're just going to go and just begin our chest compressions at a rate of 30 compressions and 2 rescue breaths. So we're just going to do that until the AED arrives. Once the AED arrives, whoever's doing the compression is going to continue compressions and rescue breaths. And the person who brought the AED is going to begin slapping the AED on. So I'm just going to go through how we would slap the AED on. Some considerations to consider before we even slap the AED on is just if they've ever had a pacemaker before. If they've had a pacemaker before, then this is doing exactly what an AED is doing. So the best thing to do is just continue CPR until an ambulance or EMTs arrive on the scene. The second thing to look for is just any type of metal conducting surfaces under the victim. So we'd have to move the victim to a better area that isn't as metal-y, I guess you can say. And then the third thing to consider is just any water. Just making sure that the area is dry where you're gonna place the pads, and obviously if the patient has any hair, just shaving it off. And most AEDs come with a razor, so just shaving all that off. So yeah, then we're gonna begin. We're gonna start this machine.
Remove clothing from the patient's chest.
So obviously we've got some scissors, cut it open, rip it open, and then we'd have a bare skin.
Apply that as shown in the pictures.
So we're going to follow the pictures on here. So here it's pretty simple. So we're going to place one of these pads, and we're just going to assume that it's bare skin on the victim right here. And we're going to place one right here. And consider all this is going on while someone is doing CPR on the victim. And then we're going to place one right here. Follow the pictures. This is going to be up here on his pec. The other one's going to be under his pec.
And apply pads onto patient's bare skin.
So once we got it on there, we're going to analyze heart rhythm by pressing
in the pictures.
This button.
Do not touch the patient. Analyzing.
It's going to analyze the heart rhythm.
Do not touch the patient. Analyzing heart rhythm. No shock advised.
So no shock advised. So now we continue CPR again. Same thing. Alright, then 2 rescue breaths, and we're going to continue that, and we're just going to follow what the machine says. Then the machine is eventually just going to reassess the heart rhythm and determine if we need to use a shock or not. If we do end up using a shock, there is a button on the AED, it says shock, and if it advises us to use it, then obviously we can click it. So we're just going to assume it tells us to use it. I'm just going to click it, and boom, use it. So yeah, so I use an AED.